I don't care what you're doing right now. You're gonna go to your mailbox, you're gonna put your phone there, you're gonna come back, finish the video, and do the things that you said you were gonna do before watching this video. It's definitely a weird tip, but I assure you that it's going to help you to not be on the phone every 2 minutes when you get an Instagram notification of your friends sending you the 10th reel of the day. Welcome, my name is Daniel, and today we're gonna talk about 5 unconventional things that you can do to boost your productivity. We already mentioned one, so let's talk about the other 4. Second thing is that you have to reduce the noise of things that are not going to matter in 5 years, especially if it thinks that they're probably gonna be forgotten in a couple of weeks. You have to be really good at solidifying a big massive wall around life stress, work balance, all of those things that they're actually part of adulting. If you have big goals, you have to be laser focused in the thing that you need to do. You have to build a structure that protects you from having that mental capacity be occupied by that stress. You can't be thinking about the delay that you had at work, that you have to go home and cook, that you have to exercise because you feel bad. Until you build all of those habits and you can do them on autopilot, it's probably going to be a struggle. But after you do that, you're going to be able to unlock a different level of productivity because everything in your life is just going to be way simpler, and you're going to have much more brain capacity to occupy yourself with your passion, with the thing that you want to do with your life. If you're watching this, you probably exercise. No matter how many productivity hack videos you see a week, you know that exercising is probably the best hack that you can do to boost your productivity and focus. Now, the thing that I want that you do different is that at least once a week on that training session, I want that you do something unconventional and really push yourself. Whether that is taking a set to failure, that is doing an AMRAP set, so see how many reps you can do either of body weight squats, jumping lunges, push-ups, whatever it is, something that really pushes you to your mental limit and mental capacity so that you can then, for the rest of the week, talk and feel about how hard that was and how you overcame it. That's really important because I think that you have to do something each week that increases the amount of self-respect that you have. This is slightly unrelated, but you have to build your emergency fund as fast as possible. You don't need a set amount of money. You'll hear a lot of personal finance gurus to tell you that you need to have 3 to 6 or even 12 months of expenses stored in a high savings account. And that's a great advice actually. But you have to find a number that allows you to sleep at night. Because if you do lose your job, or you have problems with your business, or freelancing is not going well, you have the confidence that you can keep doing what you're doing because you're good at what you do, and know that if something bad happens, you still are going to be able to live off from those savings. Ideally, you won't touch it because you know that you have that life jacket, that if something happens and you have to jump in the pool and you don't know how to swim, you're going to be able to survive thanks to that. Again, it doesn't have to be millions, but it has to be enough for you to feel comfortable if you lose your job or something goes bad. And the last one, but I think one of the most important ones, you have to master the skills that make you lose track of time. I know that you see so many videos on YouTube that you just have to master a skill and then profit from it. And that's going to be the way that you're going to become a millionaire. To some degree, that's true, but a lot of people struggle finding that thing that they actually want to do. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy, but you have to keep trying things and try to become good at it. Whether that is dedicating 10 hours or 100 hours to one thing for a solid period of time, I recommend that you start doing those activities that make you lose track of time on your day-to-day. For me, when I'm coding, it's super easy for me to spend the whole day coding, forget about eating, forget about doing other things, and be really immersed in that activity. And by consequence, it's very easy for me to accumulate experience and work on that skill. But that doesn't happen with everything. There are some things that I push myself to do, and I want to become better at them, but they don't become so natural to me. I really have to go outside of my comfort zone and outside of a controlled frame of mind for me to actually put in the work in that skill. That's not gonna happen with everything. I recommend that you go for the low-hanging fruit. Try to think about what activities you do on your day-to-day that they are very easy for you to do without having to do so much preparation into getting focused or getting into the perfect morning routine for you to get that deep work. You just do that work and see how much time it passes, how immersed you are on that activity, and if you do get immersed into that, it's probably a good sign, and see if you can develop it into being a lifetime career skill. A lot of these tips are not directly related to productivity, but I'm a firm believer that our minds and our brains are exactly like a computer, and the more things we have stored on our day-to-day, the harder it becomes. Think of it like a pseudo-second brain. The more things you're trying to remember in your head, the less time you're gonna have to create some new ideas. Now over here happens the same thing. The more time your brain spends worrying about paying bills, and again, this is not about becoming a millionaire, it's about having that safety net there, getting stressed about things that don't matter, not knowing where to put in the hard work despite you knowing whether you want to work hard. All of these things, they take a lot of brain capacity. That is actual effort that you could be putting into something that will make your future self in a much more better position than what you are today. So don't overcomplicate things, take action, and make sure that the noise around you is not disturbing the future self and the pursuit of the path that you need to take. Bye bye, and I'll see you in the next video.